Let's start with the Raspberry Pi camera, and in this lesson I will show you how to correctly plug it to your Raspberry Pi. Just before that, a quick parenthesis on the camera. So you have two available cameras for the Raspberry Pi. The standard camera, which is mounted on a green board, is a quite, standard and normal camera. It gives you good images when the light of the room is good enough. Then you have the Noir camera, which is mounted on a black board. This camera works great in low light environments and actually doesn't need light to operate, so you can use it in a completely dark room or at night, for example. Note, however, that in daylight, the images will not look as good as the standard camera. So for this section and for the final project, I will be using the standard Pi camera, and I suggest you do the same. If, however, you only have the black version, no problem at all. You can follow the same instructions and your images will just have a slightly different look, which is not a problem for this course. And now let's see the hardware and let's plug the camera to our Raspberry Pi. So first of all, and that's important, make sure you correctly shut down the Raspberry Pi like you would shut down a normal computer. Okay, so don't just remove the power cable, shut it down from the software. Then you remove the power cable, and what we're gonna do also is to remove the SD card for any manipulation we do on the Raspberry Pi, so we don't have the risk of breaking the SD card. I'm just gonna put that on the side here and put it back at the end. I'm also going to disconnect anything from the Raspberry Pi, so okay, we are better like this. And we are going to take the camera. So I have the camera here. You can see, this is a very simple stuff with the wire here, and you can see you have a blue part, and here the connector, okay, metallic connector. So we are going to use this port here, okay. You have another one that is similar here, but this is for the display screen that is compatible with Raspberry Pi. So we're gonna use that one here. So you can just take out a bit. Okay, you can see the black part. Okay, this is closed, and if you pull a little bit, this is open. Now what you do is you take this connector of the camera, and the blue part is going to face the USB port here, okay, and the connector here is going to face this side. So you plug it here, and you make sure it goes, okay, it goes to the end. Okay, that's very important. You make sure it's correctly plugged, and then you're gonna push back the black here, the black plastic part, so that the camera is plugged. And you can see now, okay, nothing should go out. Okay, it should be exactly like this. So now you have the camera which is correctly plugged. Let's put back the SD card. All right, and what you can do is you can put the camera like this facing the, if you put the camera like this, it's gonna face here, and it's gonna take photo of what's in front of it, of course. And one thing is that, try not to take this connector out and put it back too often, okay, because as you can see, that's not like a USB cable, okay. USB cable is very robust. It's been tested to be plugged, unplugged like thousands of times, but this, if you plug it, unplug it many times, you may break the connector. So I really recommend that once it is plugged, you really don't unplug it unless you have to travel with your Raspberry Pi, or unless you have to move it somewhere or put it in a box. Okay, so just keep it like this. And now everything is good. You can just power on your Raspberry Pi. And let's take some photos.